Stay with me, she murmured, her eyes shimmering in the dim hallway glow. Ethan stiffened, his hand still clutching the weathered toolbox he'd brought to repair a flickering chandelier. He hadn't anticipated this. The woman before him stood barefoot, draped in a silk robe, her voice soft, almost quivering, not alluring, but shattered. Please, I can't face the night alone. It all began 4 hours earlier. Ethan was wrapping up his final task at the garage, just another faulty alternator on a beat-up truck, when the call came through. A wealthy woman's mansion near the cliffs was having power surges. No one wanted the late-night job. Ethan, already slogging through 12-hour shifts, covered in grease and bone-weary, took it anyway. The shop was strapped for cash, and his sister's tuition bill loomed next week. He grabbed his tools and drove off. The mansion loomed like a fortress against the stormy night. No gatekeeper, no dogs barking, just eerie quiet and a single flickering porch light. He rang the bell once, then again. The door groaned open. She was striking, icy blonde hair spilling over a silk robe, eyes weary and smudged with unwashed mascara. "You're the electrician?" she asked. "Mechanic," Ethan corrected, "but I can handle lights too." Inside, the house felt like a mausoleum. Antique furniture, sweeping staircases, and a thick, heavy sorrow hanging in the air. "The dining room light keeps flickering," she said, her voice reverberating through the marble corridors. "It's driving me mad." He set to work, unzipping his battered tool bag while she poured herself wine. She offered him a glass. He declined. "Don't drink on the job," he muttered. "Not anymore." She glanced at him. "Not anymore." A spark of curiosity flickered between them. For the next 20 minutes, he focused on the chandelier's wiring, trying to ignore her stare, but her gaze felt weighty, probing. Then, softly, like a confession, she said, "You remind me of him." He looked up. "Your husband?" She nodded. "He died 6 months ago. Heart attack, right here in this room." She gave a bitter laugh. "I used to despise that chandelier. He put it up himself, said it warmed the house. Now it just feels hollow." The light stopped flickering. Ethan flipped the switch, steady now. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice breaking. "Most guys fix it and bolt. You actually listened." Then came the silence, the kind that squeezes your lungs. "You don't have to go yet," she said, stepping closer. "It's late. You look worn out. There's a guest room." And then those 3 words broke the moment. "Stay with me." Ethan's pulse pounded, not from the offer, but from the anguish in her voice. This wasn't desire, it was raw, aching loneliness. He saw it in her shaking hands, in her averted gaze. He stepped back, voice firm. "You don't need a stranger, ma'am. You need to mourn." She blinked, shocked. Most men wouldn't have said no. "You think I'm pitiful?" "No," he replied. "I think you're in pain, and you shouldn't be alone. But this isn't how to fix it." Her lip trembled. She sank onto the staircase's edge, pulling her robe tight. Then, out of nowhere, "Why'd you quit drinking?" Ethan sat beside her. "My little sister almost died in a crash. I was supposed to pick her up, but I was drunk at a bar. She walked home, got hit." His voice lowered. "She lived, but I never touched a drink again." For a moment, the walls between them dissolved. 2 souls, one wealthy, one struggling, united by guilt and loss. She leaned into him, not with desire but with surrender. "I don't even know who I was before this, before the money, before losing him." Ethan stayed silent, sitting with her in the quiet, shoulder to shoulder, their hearts quietly fracturing together. By morning, the storm had cleared. She walked him to the door. No more sultry glances, just a soft, grateful look. "I'm sorry for what I said," she murmured, "and thank you for saying no." He smiled gently. "Most people just need someone to stay, not someone to sleep with." She nodded, looking truly calm for the first time. Come back sometime. Not to fix anything, just to talk. He glanced back once before stepping into the dawn. I'd like that. That night, Ethan didn't just mend a light. He sparked a flicker of healing in a stranger's soul. Sometimes, the bravest act a man can do is walk away. Have you ever faced a moment where leaving took more courage than staying? What did you learn? Before we close this story, share in the comments where you're watching from. If this tale moved you, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and drop a karma in the comments below.